Stadium, the Perth Hockey Stadium at Curtin University. It is round 2 of the Women's Premier Division, and today we've got Curtin University taking on North Coast Raiders. Now, Curtin University drew their opening game last week 3-3 against the Westside Wolves, whereas North Coast Raiders got off to a flying start with a 2-1 win over the University of Western Australia. So plenty to play for in the second round. And before we get into the details of the match, we caught up with Kirsty Denning from Curtin University to hear how their pre-season had gone. Well, Kirsty, last season must have been a bit of a disappointment for you guys because you didn't make the finals, which was a rare occurrence.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit unusual for us not to make finals, but it wasn't disappointing. It was a fun season. But yeah, I guess the goal is always finals, so not ideal.
Have you reflected on the season and why you didn't? I mean, obviously you scored a lot of goals, but it seemed you leaked a few as well.
Yeah, I think we just lacked a little bit of cohesion last year. So reflecting on it moving forward, yeah, we've tried to come together more as a group, which we've definitely achieved in our pre-season. We're definitely a really cohesive group at the moment.
How difficult has pre-season been? Because it's been a very different pre-season for all the clubs this time around.
Yeah. Well, it's actually been great having a little break. But no, it's been good coming back. I've actually been excited to come back to hockey, so yeah, it's been great.
So is that the case? Everyone's really hungry now to get out there and they're not sort of over it in pre-season?
Yeah, actually, yes. Not as long as usual. So I know I personally love that. A bit of less exercise is always great.
And how do you think you're going to go this year? Any new players to look out for?
Oh, good question. New players. We have some young girls coming through who will probably be playing ones for the first season, so that's always exciting. But yeah, I think we're going to have a good season, have a fun season. It's a great group, so we're excited to be playing together.
Well, thanks for your time and we wish you all the best for the coming season. Well, the start of the game moments away as we turn our attention now to the team lineups for both these teams, and there are a lot of new faces in both teams, but the experienced campaigners for Curtin are Kate Denning, Chantal Chilala and Caitlin Nobbs, who's one of the Hockey Australia high performance players. If you look at the core players, those are the ones around which the team is built, and they are looking to get their first win of the season, Curtin University. Turning our attention now to the North Coast Raiders. And again, key players for them. Ash Wells in goal will be very important. Jackie Day has Hockeyroos experience and she's the captain for today. Look out for Shania Tonkin wearing number 9. She's the live wire in the midfield, as again they have some young players looking to make an impact today. And the umpires for today's match are Sarah Allenson and Kobe McGurk. Now, you may notice that the North Coast Raiders are wearing a pink armband. Now, the reason for that is, unfortunately, in 2012, in a game against Victoria Park, Lizzie Watkins had an unfortunate injury on the pitch and lost her life. And normally there is a memorial match played every year, but because of the COVID pandemic, that match has not happened this year. So today is in memory of Lizzie Watkins, who lost her life playing a game she loved at the age of 24. And it's a really nice gesture from the players of the Raiders to remember her again this year. Well, we're about to get proceedings underway. Should just mention that Curtin, because Kate Denning is the player coach, she has a very able replacement on the sidelines in Kim Walker with 172 caps for the Hockeyroos. She'll be controlling things for Curtin on the sidelines. And Colin Brandis, a former WA Diamonds coach, when before we had Hockey One, it used to be the Australian Hockey League, and the women's team was called the WA Diamonds. He was the coach, and they won 3 Australian Hockey League titles when he was the coach of them. So a man with plenty of experience in women's coaching. I'm Ashley Morrison, as we're about to get the match underway, and I look forward to bringing you all the action. Curtin in the orange, North Coast Raiders in the black, and Curtin immediately looking to try and get on the attack as quickly as possible. Talking to Elspeth Denning, again a former Hockeyroos who was part of the team that won the first ever Olympic medal for Australia in Seoul in 1988. And she was saying that they're going through a bit of a rebuilding, a lot of players missing this season, so a lot of young players coming into the side. But should mention their goalkeeper, who is more of a veteran, Erica Farrell. Got a call last Friday, asked to come back, hasn't played for 2 years, has since had 3 children, and the last was just 9 months ago. That is June, and she has Parker and Louis. So she's really come out of the woodwork, blown off the cobwebs, and I believe had a very good game against Westside Wolves in that 3-3 draw. A game that Curtin thought they would struggle in. In fact, they were leading until the 59th minute and conceded a third goal to draw 3-3. Raiders, though, have always been a bit of a bogey team for Curtin, as Curtin steal possession. Now look to come forward. Well intercepted, though, in the defensive line. Jackie Day already stamping her authority in the defence for North Coast Raiders. Tanya Storer now looking to try and spark something from the defence for Curtin, but it's been stolen away by Shania Tonkin. Tonkin cutting infield, pursued all of the way by Kate Denning. It's Day again for Raiders. Good pass onto the right-hand side. Chance to come forward now for Sarah Branley. That just goes over the baseline. So these two teams, usually they've played in the last 3 years 6 games. Curtin have won 2. Raiders have won 3, and there's been 1 draw. So Curtin will be hoping to level the tally with a victory today. Raiders will be doing everything they can to stop them. Tonkin receives the ball in a little bit of space, just pulls it away from the covering defence. Gets the ball back, manages to get around Penny Squibb. Squibb, though, battles back. Squibb is another player with international experience, was part of the Hockey Roos set up last year, hails from Tambalup in Western Australia, in Country District there. So Curtin, just a slight touch and trying to play their way out, give them possession away. Good chance now for Raiders. The ball squared to Tonkin, top of the circle. Tonkin goes onto the forehand, he's pushed it wide, and it's going to be deflected, I think, over the baseline. Eventually off the stick of Branley. Sorry, not Branley, my apologies, Walsh, wasn't it? So high press again from Raiders, who are really looking to put Curtin's defence under pressure immediately. Tonkin just losing out, then trying to break through the middle. It's Caitlin Nobbs. Mentioned the teams all having the core players around which their teams are built. They also have available players from the Hockey Roos, and unfortunately for Curtin at the moment, they've got no Greta Hayes, who's still over in Sydney because of the borders being closed to Western Australia, and Rach Lynch was not available because she has a full-time job as a nurse and apparently couldn't make national training as much this week, so was not released by the national program. If we look at the North Coast Raiders, well, they've got Ash Wells and Grace Stewart playing for them today. And they're just missing Carrie McMahon, who we hear has unfortunately got a bit of a knee injury at the moment. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but it was more, from what I've been told, precautionary that she was rested today rather than given a run. Again, it's Raiders finding some space, using the width of the pitch well. Top of the circle, just ran away. Good save from Farrell. She'll be pleased to get her first touch. It wasn't the hardest of saves to make, but you've still got to make them and get it clear. Brooke Hurst just losing out, but battling back to try and win it for Raiders. And Denning picks up and immediately launches a counter-attack for Curtin University. Down the middle it goes. What a pass. And right underneath it, unfortunately for Curtin. So that would have been right against the run of play, but a really good opportunity coming to Penny Squibb. Three players surrounding Jackie Day. She pushes the ball out wide. Zoe Clifford deflects it over the side. Raiders using again the width of the pitch to great advantage, coming infield now, a little bit tight there. We saw Gibbs and Tonkin almost standing side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Deflected over the side. It'll be a Raiders ball just below our commentary position. Shania Tonkin looking to take that. Of course, Shania Tonkin and Caitlin Nobbs are second cousins, so this is a game I'm sure they both look forward to playing against each other and see who can get the bragging rights. As Kate Denning bursts forwards. Denning just holding up play across the circle it goes. It's broken loose at the top of the circle. A swing from Sarah Burns, but penalty corner has been won. It was a stick check inside the circle. So the first penalty corner of the match goes the way of Curtin. Can they get a goal which may just ease their nerves a little bit at the start of this match? And it may just be against the run of play. Gives me a chance to thank our sponsors. Well, some of them at least. We've got quite a few. Healthway and their Smarter Than Smoking message. Curtin University making tomorrow better. And CBH Group proudly investing in rural communities. So Blair Beard waits at the top of the circle. It's pushed forward for a brilliant block. Coming running out. Still alive inside the circle. Good save from Ash Wells. And again, a little bit of a push in the back that time. Not sure who it was running out. It looked to me as if it might have been Anna Roberts who came out and put the block on at the top of the circle. But fantastic defending from Raiders, real commitment. So we're approaching the halfway stage of this first quarter. And both goalkeepers, one save each at the moment as Day picks up, feeds the ball forward into the path of Roberts. Roberts gets it back top of the circle, and it was played in by Brooke Hurst, but it'll roll harmlessly out of play. And I can thank Normandy Foods, makers of gourmet provisions and platter essentials, all handcrafted in Western Australia. Motive Travel, independently owned with 45 years of travel experience. And of course the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries. As here come Curtin again. And Wells is beaten. What a strike that was. Chelsea Turner, a really great strike. The confidence of her. And she is one of the young players coming through for Curtin. But that was an absolutely brilliant finish. So 1-0 to Curtin. And it was a great through ball. Turner with plenty of time and space, and she just buried that one. Now Chelsea Turner, by all accounts, is quite an athlete. Goes to Como Secondary College and is a player to watch. A very talented heptathlete, and also, by all accounts, a very talented netballer as well. Well, she's shown she can play hockey as well already in this match. And that will give her confidence, beating a goalkeeper like Ash Wells, who has international experience. Ash Wells, 121 caps for the Hockey Roos. So no slouch in goal, but that was well placed to her left-hand side. And an awkward height as well for a goalkeeper. So it'll be interesting to see how Raiders react now. After conceding that, Tonkin, they'll put the block in, and then unfortunately it rolled onto her foot, so it'll be a free hit to Curtin. Kirsty Denning. So Raiders, a little bit shell shock for the moment, it appears. And they're going to have to defend again. It's a free hit to Curtin just inside Raiders' half. They go back into their own half. Kate Denning. Out wide, deflected forward. Can she get on the end of it? Branley, it had too much pace. Just ran away and she gave up the ghost. So Raiders looking to play the ball diagonally. Nobbs cutting that out well. Play forward, down the flank is Meg Reid. Just deflected that time past Squibb. But it will be Curtin ball from the side. Squibb immediately shouting for the ball and leaves it behind. Nobbs collects well. And just again, just catching out wide. Iona Patton on her heels a little bit. Iona Patton, who's the event director at Curtin University Hockey Club at the moment, so she organises all the social functions. So if you fancy getting down there and enjoying the social life, she's the player to contact. Roberts now from the side, drilling that one forward, deflected over the side off the stick of Kate Denning, so gaining a fair amount of ground. And now Brooke Hurst cuts infield, plays the ball forward, and just taken over the baseline, so good work again from Robin Walsh. Long corner. Robin Walsh, whose birthday is later this month, 26th of July. Tonkin. It's a good turn from Tonkin, but taken away by Nobbs. As I mentioned, the second cousins. Branley now. She just played that inside, and unfortunately the run that had come from Chilella was going down the outside. Chilella did well to come back and try and apply a little bit of pressure. Tonkin can't get that under control. Should be a Curtin ball. Into the foot it goes. Tonkin did well to win the free hit. Plays on quickly and a super pass. Walsh keeps it in play. Lays it back. Tonkin should get there. Does. Too many players though to get the ball into the circle. And Curtin push it forward. He's kept in play. And that was good play as well coming in the end from Roberts. Given away though infield and played off the foot. Unfortunate for Brooke Hurst. Brooke Hurst, who started her hockey with Joondalup Lakers Hockey Club before moving to North Coast Raiders. Clifford now from the side. Strong challenge coming in, and looked as if Walsh was going to come away with it. In the end though, Storer gets the decision. Still hasn't taken the free hit from the right place, so Curtin will have to bring the ball back as we're nearing the end of the first quarter. One that initially was dominated by Raiders, but since the goal has really seen Curtin just calm things down and take a bit of control over the match. Helped on, but nobody in the forward line. Squibb a little bit frustrated. I think she was hoping there was going to be a run coming behind her. So Day pushes wide again. Roberts now trying to feed it forward. Well cut out by Kate Denning. Meg Reid trying to play it down the line, but just mishit her pass. Nobbs though wins it back for Curtin. Just played that into the turf. It bobbled up a bit. Good defence though from Raiders. That's brilliant anticipation coming through from the back. And a good save from Wells. So a really good passage of play from Sarah Branley. And it will be a long corner to Curtin as we're in the final minute of this first quarter. And that was played into Brooke Hurst. Ball ricocheted back to Curtin, so play on was the call. Tonkin, top of the circle, did well to receive the ball, try to dribble it out of defence. Curtin still trying to find a second goal before the hooter for the end of the first quarter. Played into the shins, looking to get on with it. Ball must go 5 metres though before it's played into the circle. Shot on the turn, and I think the deflection came off Squibb and it goes harmlessly over the baseline, and that will be the final play for the first quarter. But it's been a good one. Curtin, who were just a little bit tentative to start, and then a through ball, managing to pick out the run of Chelsea Turner, and into the circle she went and beat Ash Wells. And so as we go into the first break, it is Curtin University 1, North Coast Raiders 0. Welcome back to the Perth Hockey Stadium. First quarter come to a close. A beautiful day here. And it's fantastic to see hockey back in action. It's going to be a shortened season this year. Just every team playing each other once, and then we go into the finals campaign. But it is credit to all the club administrators and the Hockey WA administrators that they've got a season in place, and everybody's got the chance to have a competition. As Curtin get the second period underway. The only big difference is there will be no relegation this year. Some people are disappointed in that. Some people think it's a good thing. I'm just hoping it means that with no chance of being relegated, we see lots of attacking hockey played by all the teams. Of course, it means there is a chance for some of the coaches to blood some of the young players and give them first team experience. Just going over the stick there of Tanya Storer. Sees possession back with Raiders. And it was a run coming across field, just out of shot actually from Grace Stewart for Raiders. But there was just too much pace on the pass from Tonkin. Storer goes back into the defensive line. Kate Denning back to Storer, and again it just, unfortunately for her, bobbles over her stick once more. Hurst finds Tonkin. Tonkin, that was deflected off the stick of Kate Denning, should be a long corner. Jackie Day waits on the 23-metre line, but we've got another ball on the pitch, so that will be dispatched by Grace Stewart, who gives it straight to the ball person. Grace Stewart, who really burst on the international scene when she was selected for Australia. Scored on her debut against Germany in 2016, and at one stage was going at a goal a game. Now we're sitting at 86 caps, 25 goals, and has been actually a bit more of a supplier of passes for goals. Another good pass forward. Chalela into the circle she goes. Good save Wells. Ball is underneath her kicker. She can't seem to get it away and got trapped there. So penalty corner. And Ash Wells will be disappointed with that. She saw it in plenty of time, but just got stuck underneath her kicker. Now, of course, this is a fairly new surface here, and the players had only just started training on it, the Australian international players, and they were saying that it just wasn't running quite as fast as the old surface, and so they were having to adjust the goalkeepers, their sliding, and also the pace at which the ball came off the turf. So maybe Wells just caught a little bit there, but it's a penalty corner once more for Curtin. Can they make it 2? Penny Squibb is at the top of the circle, flicks, and it's gone in. So it is 2-0 now to Curtin. And Penny Squibb, who was the leading goal scorer coming into today in the women's competition, gets her 3rd goal of the season. So 3 in 2 games. She may get more today as well. We just have to wait and see. The Raiders now facing a little bit of an uphill battle. Started their season so well with a win against UWA. Although they had to wait right to the last minute to get their winner. Brooke Hurst getting it in the 60th minute from a penalty corner. And of course, maybe in the back of the mind of Raiders will be the fact that Curtin conceded in the second last minute of their game to end up drawing a week ago. So there's still maybe plenty to play for. Raiders will hang in, and they've stolen possession now. Chance for Grace Stewart. Just robbed on the edge of the circle. Kate Denning looked as if it caught her foot. And it will be a free hit. Looking to play on is Shania Tonkin, driving towards the circle. Caught the foot just outside the circle. Storer looking anxiously at Sarah Allenson, the umpire, just to make sure it wasn't a penalty corner. Umpire perfectly placed. Tonkin takes it the required 5 metres, then tries to turn to find a way in. Good pass. And a penalty corner won there by Grace Stewart. And it's the first penalty corner now for Raiders, and can they get a goal back? Perfect opportunity for them. So Tonkin makes her way to the baseline. Emma Hickey is at the second battery. Just trying to see who's at the first. I think it might be Hurst at the first. Goes to Hickey. Struck towards goal, but unfortunately bounced too high. In fact, I think it was Grace Stewart that was actually at the first battery. Nobbs misses that, and the ball will come to Stewart now. Good pass. Grace Stewart advancing on goal. Brilliant tackle, stepping forward there by Blair Beard. Timed it superbly. Used to be Blair Patton, now married to Tom Beard. So Raiders still battling away in the midfield to get possession. Tonkin wide on the right-hand side, just almost went into the shade of the main stand, but decided to stay in the sunshine. So Jackie Day just trying to be the link at the moment, as Nobbs happy to go back into the defensive line. Kate Denning followed. It was good work by Emma Hickey, forcing Denning to play the ball backwards. Stolen on halfway. Jackie Day, a little bit of space. She's going to get closed down. Good work from Chilela. Came off Day's foot. So it will be a free hit. In fact, the umpires, 1 pointing one way, 1 pointing the other. Day gets the decision in the end. I think that was a case of both the umpires seeing things from different angles. So Brooke Hurst. Pass just getting through. Raiders, you feel, would like a goal before the half-time break, just to give themselves a slightly easier task as Gibbs loses possession. One back again by Raiders. Going to ricochet. It's going to be a case of who gets there first, and Hurst did get there, but Chilela just managed to react quicker in the end. Good pass from her, managing to pick out Brooke Kenny. Brooke Kenny, who hails from Badgingarra, which is in the Shire of Dandaragan, which is in the wheat belt, about 250 kilometres west of Perth. Probably actually, I think it's northwest, heading in that direction. So many players coming from the country areas, and if you look back at the history of hockey in this state, the country areas were playing a long time before they organised hockey was played in the city, actually. And it was the city teams that would go to the country areas to play against the country teams, which were always very strong. That's in the late 1800s I'm talking about. approaching the halfway point in this second quarter. Raiders now trailing by 2-0. Chelsea Turner and Penny Squibb, the goal scorers if you just join us. Now it's Kate Denning, a little bit of space for her. Pushes a great pass forward, looking to pick out Brooke Kenny, but it just rolled away from her. Dempsey Campbell in defence. And just having trouble at the moment playing out from the defensive line, and possession coughed up to Curtin. That's just too far ahead of Squibb. Wasn't a bad idea from Sarah Burns, but Squibb was just on her heels a little bit. And to be fair, it was a long way ahead of her. So Raiders finally get the ball into a good position, trying to play it square, but good tracking back that time from Branley on the inside of the player, so made sure that she could get the ball first. Tonkin, and just Denning helping it over the side, and it just took a touch off Tonkin, so Denning gets the decision, and it's a Curtin ball. Infield to Nobbs. Nobbs happy to go back into the defensive line once more. Drilled forward by Blair Beard. Over halfway it goes. Nice touch coming in the end from Branley. Still with Curtin now as Squibb collects the half-cleared ball into the foot, so a free hit to Curtin. So Squibb creates a bit of space, changes the angle, into the circle it goes. Trying to turn at the top of the circle, it's done very well. And a penalty corner has been won. That was good work by Sarah Burns. Sarah Burns, just 19 years of age, was part of the Australian Futures Programme 2017. So third penalty corner in the match now for Curtin. Once again, like to thank the Department of Local Government, Sport and Cultural Industries. Part of their goal is to promote participation and achievement and support a healthy lifestyle for all Western Australians through physical activity. Blair Beard is the player waiting, strikes it well. Logging is Wells. Rebound came back, but unfortunately Beard didn't get a good connection, and it caught the body. And now a chance for Raiders to counter-attack, and they've got the numbers going forward. Good ball forward now. Grace Stewart into the circle. Stewart pulls it back onto her backhand. Stewart through the legs, and she's pulled the goal back. A brilliant finish by Grace Stewart. Gives Raiders just what they were looking for. And she just created the space for herself, and a wonderful finish. And that is just what Raiders were looking for. From a penalty corner one end to a great breakaway by Raiders and a goal, and they're back in this match at 2-1 as we've got 5 minutes to go till half time. And that looked to ricochet off the shins of Tonkin. Storer over the ball now for Curtin. Goes back to Kate Denny, a little bit of a mistrap from her. And full stretch. Managing to keep possession, doing very, very well was Penny Squibb, but unfortunately her pass was collected top of the circle instead by, I think it was Hickey. But good high press coming from Curtin and not allowing Raiders to play out of defence comfortably, so it's now Curtin again with Storer looking to restore their 2-goal advantage, but the ball bobbling all the way through the circle over the baseline. Another play out of defence that just goes over the side and sees possession back with Curtin. Storer scanning what's available, goes to Kate Denning. Denning managing to draw the challenge from Alexandra Lund and then turning away. Lund, though, is not giving up. Lund sticking with Denning. And then, was that into the shins of Jackie Day? Yes, it was. Day trying to pretend it didn't hurt and carry on and steal an advantage. Nobbs now. Not a bad idea for the pass, but it was well read and cut out by the Raiders, and they've got a free hit now. Down the line they go. Colin Brandis down below us, getting a little bit annoyed. I think all the players were just being drawn towards the ball, and he just wanted to stretch the Curtin players and stretch the play. So he's got players out wide on both sides, so they've got room to move. Almost stolen. And coming back, but penalised. Was Tonkin again, so Kate Denning deflected into the circle, but unfortunately Chelsea Turner, it just came off her stick onto her own shin. And that's just going to roll harmlessly out of play, but it does ease the pressure for Raiders as they can now stroll in the sunlight up to the other end of the pitch and try and keep Curtin in their own half for the final couple of minutes of this first half. And who knows, if they can force a penalty corner, they could go in on equal terms. But they're going to have to first cause a mistake from Curtin. And it's in fact Raiders who make a mistake on halfway. Curtin now breaking forward. Good break down the right-hand side, but a bit of an air swing as he was trying to play it in. I think it was Turner who played the pass, managed to pick out teammate at the top of the circle, but Raiders clear once more, but Kate Denning will collect. Goes short to Nobbs. Nobbs plays it out wide to Storer. Storer goes down the line. Too much pace, though, on that for Brooke Kenny. Again, good block that time from Kenny, but it just caught her body. So Brooke Hurst goes backwards this time. That's a great pass to pick out Tonkin. A little bit of space now for Tonkin to advance in, and she takes it. Now forced back out wide, pushes it forward. Grace Stewart, and appeals for a penalty corner, and that's really well played. The experience of Grace Stewart paying dividends there. And a second penalty corner right at the end of this first half now for Raiders. Can they go in on equal terms? So Tonkin again makes her way to the baseline. Grace Stewart at the first battery, Emma Hickey at the second. Jackie Day stopping for Hickey. Will they go there again? They went there last time. They do indeed. It's a good trap. And Hickey, well, denied by a good run out of defence from Kate Denning, who just deflected it wide. So it'll be a long corner for Raiders. They want the ball quickly. Quick glance at the scoreboard. Brooke Hurst. And Hurst can't get a better that time off Sarah Burns, but it will be a free hit to Raiders. Again, waiting for the ball. Colin Brandis trying to urge his players into the circle. There's a little bit of a bump there, and a penalty corner given away by Storer. That was a fairly cheap penalty corner, just a little shove in the back of Anna Roberts. And so a third penalty corner now for Raiders, and this one really will be at the end of this first half. So can they make this one count? So Hickey again waiting. Day stopping for her. Grace Stewart is at the first battery with Brooke Hurst stopping for her. Although Stewart has moved now wider to the left-hand side, so whether they're going to try a variation, they may go straight to Stewart. In fact, they go to nobody. Now it comes to Stewart. Stewart will try and get it into the circle. She's done well. Shania Tonkin tried to give it back just a little bit on the heels. It was behind Grace Stewart, and it needed to be absolutely on point. I'm not quite sure what went on at the penalty corner, but I can't believe that's what they were hoping for. And that's good play by Caitlin Nobbs. And Nobbs just looks up at the clock, and that is the end of the first half. But it's been an exciting one if you're a neutral. It'll be a frustrating one, I think, for both coaches, because Raiders started so well, and then a brilliant pass picked out Chelsea Turner in the 8th minute, and it was Curtin University against the run of play that took the lead. Penny Squibb made it 2-0 in the second period, but then it was Grace Stewart who pulled a goal back for Raiders. Still plenty to play for in the second half, so make sure you don't go anywhere. The score at half-time is Curtin University 2, North Coast Raiders 1. Well, the half-time break here at Perth Hockey Stadium coming to an end. It is the sprinklers now that have caused the players to just disperse a little bit there, and it's blowing back into our commentary position. So I know we have to wash our hands regularly, but I didn't want a full shower quite as early in the day. It's been an exciting game so far. It's 2-1 in favour of Curtin University. Just to give you an idea of the results, in 2019 it was Raiders who won 2-0 the first time they met, and then they won 2-1 in the second match. And you actually have to go back to 2018 for Curtin's last win. It was a 2-0 win in July of 2018. Chantal Chilela was the goal scorer in that game, scoring both goals. Yet to get on the score sheet today. She's got a remarkable record in the competition here. 7 times the Jackie Pereira top goal scorer since 2011, and won it, of course, last year in 2019. So a fantastic goal scoring record. So the players making their way out now for the start of the second half. coming from the shadows as they lengthen across the pitch, as the sun starts to set behind us. And what a comeback it is for Erica Farrell when you think she hasn't played for 2 years. She was part, of course, of the 2012-2013 Curtin Championship winning sides. So plenty of experience in this Premier grade, but just hadn't played for a couple of years. But it's Raiders who get the second half underway. Jackie Day looking to spark something from the midfield. Certainly they've shown they've got the potential. It's just those little connections around the circle that are the key. And Curtin, who are without some of their familiar faces, having to blood some youngsters as well. Elspeth Denning was saying that that's why they really let the game slip last week, was just that inexperience and that belief to hang on when you really need to. So it'll be interesting to see how many of them have learnt from that in a week. It's a short time in sport as Caitlin Nobbs over the ball again for Curtin. Goes back to Denning. Comes wide now. Blair Beard. Good block coming in that time from Anna Roberts. Roberts won't die wondering. And almost stolen away brilliantly by Stewart. Smile on her face as it didn't quite come off. Jackie Day. And just a touch over the side off the stick of Meg Reid. So it's Raiders ball from the side. Looking to get on equal terms as early as they can. Chalala applies pressure. It's good pressure as well, because suddenly Curtin have managed to steal it. Great break forward, but it just ran over the side that time as Chelsea Turner was trying to keep it alive. So Chelsea Turner, that was her first goal in Premier Grade hockey, I believe. So it was a pretty good finish past the Australian goalkeeper Ash Wells. Shania Tonkin today. And closed down. There wasn't a lot of options there for Day. The movement up on the far side just a little bit too far ahead, and that was a great pass through the middle. Farrell kicking it over the side. So Walsh very nearly getting on to the end of that one for Raiders. Alive there by Penny Squibb. Should be a Raiders ball on halfway. And again, Day driving through the heart of the midfield. Tonkin collects. That's well cut out, well read by Nobbs. I mean, it might have caught a foot, but it broke down the attack. There were two on the right-hand side for Raiders as they were breaking forward. Day into the top of the circle it goes, trying to turn to get the shot away. Good work from Stewart. Stewart shoots and it's just wide. Again, it was a good run into that back post coming from Robin Walsh, just trying to get the deflection onto the air, but not gone very far, and it's given possession back to Raiders. So both teams having trouble playing out of defence from this end at the moment. Across the face of goal it goes, and long corner. McGurk, the umpire down there, of course, former hockey route. He's also part of our commentary team in the finals last year, and hopefully will take up that position again this year, unless she's actually required to umpire. So Raiders searching for that goal. Emma Hickey goes wide onto the left-hand side. Good skill shown by Zoe Clifford, then eventually lost out. She tried to beat the second player, and Curtin breaking out at pace. Oh, that's a really, really good tackle from Hickey, because there were four players breaking forward in orange, and Raiders were a little bit short at the back, and Hickey stepped out, made the tackle. Superb. And Farrell, over the side it goes. It'll be another long corner. So almost 5 minutes into this third quarter, and it's been all Raiders on the attack. Tonkin trying to turn at the edge of the circle. Good defence, though, coming from Curtin. No feet, and the sticks on the ground. Tonkin again gets a little bump in the back from Kirsty Denning. Denning, though, does well and gets the ball for Curtin. It's played up the side, but given back to Zoe Clifford. And then a stick check, so Clifford gets another free hit. Raiders continue to try and attack. Day pushes it towards the top of the circle. Good skills again being shown. It's going to bobble clear, and it is taken out this time by Kirsty Denning. Nobbs helps her out. Curtin trying to keep possession. Chilella now cutting in from the flank. Chilella, a lovely little knock past Emma Hickey onto the forehand, and that's going to be a great ball forward. It's hit into the turf, and unfortunately for Penny Squibb, it's gone wide of the goal. But what skills from Chilella, and what a pass to pick out Penny Squibb. Now Chantal Chilella, who came up from the southwest in Western Australia, joined Wasps and played there for a number of years, and then moved to Pirates because she felt she just wasn't making any progress with her own game. And she's never looked back really since making that move. Some clubs just suit certain players. Chance again now as Branley breaks forward for Curtin. Looking what's inside her. Squibb was inside, but she's picked out Chilella. Chilella comes back onto her backhand. Great block. A very, very good block inside the circle. And that's good defensive play by Raiders to snuff out another attack. And it was the young Zoe Clifford who put in that tackle. So superb play by her. Zoe Clifford, just 22 years of age, currently studying, I believe, at Curtin University. And trying to deflect that one down the line was Iona Patton, but unfortunately, just got her angles wrong. Playing alongside her sister, Blair Beard. Blair married, and that's again a wasted ball. Zoe Clifford just hammering straight back over the sideline, and it will be now Blair Beard's ball from the side. Pushed forward, but nobody running into that space, and thumbs up from Penny Squibb, who I think thought maybe I should have been there. Clifford. So Raiders just struggling a little bit at the moment to play out from their own half. Kate Denning deflects that over the side. So Raiders ball again. Past Denning, that was good play. And here come Raiders. Can they now make it count? Into the circle, looking for a foot. Was that a foot? Yes, it was indeed. So they've won a penalty corner. It's Grace Stewart. Just as soon as she got in the circle, knew exactly what she was looking. There was not much on in front of her. So the penalty corner was the best option. So once again, just like to thank Healthway and their Smarter Than Smoking message, along with Curtin University, Make Tomorrow Better. CBH Group, proudly investing in rural communities, and Just Hockey, the #1 hockey store in Australia. So fourth penalty corner now for Raiders. Can they make this one count? Emma Hickey's at the top of the circle, but they go to Grace Stewart, who played that one into the turf and hit it, and it went too high. So free hit out coming for Curtin. Of course, must hit the backboard if it's a hit from the top of the circle from the penalty corner. Patton, good pass from her, picking out Branley. Branley forced over the side by Tonkin. In fact, Tonkin did even better and got Branley to play it over the side. This could be danger, chasing all the way if she can keep it in play, but it was just too much to ask. Lexi Elliott giving everything she had to get on the end of that one. Lexi Elliott, who was in the under-16s in 2019, so again a very young player making her way forward in hockey circles. Brookhurst, infield she goes, and looking for the return pass, which didn't actually come from Annie Gibbs. Possession stolen again. Breaking out is Brooke Kenny. Kenny gets a free hit for Curtin just inside their own half. Still feel the next goal could have a big bearing on the outcome of this match. I know that sounds like a cliche, but just wonder whether Raiders could find two if they concede the next goal. And you just wonder how Curtin will react if they concede the next goal. Can they hang on for a draw again, or will they capitulate? That will be the test of the young players. Squibb bursting forward into the circle they come, looking to play it across the face of goal with Kenny, but it's going to be a 16. Clifford, and it just bounced in front of Tonkin. It was a difficult ball for her to get under control. Blair Beard makes her way forward again. Not too many options. Raiders closing the gap, so Beard self passes. Goes back to Storer. Good shuttling defence, and it's forced a mistake. And that is a lot of ground gained for Raiders, and quickly looking to play on immediately is Elliott. Elliott feeds it into the circle. It's going to break kindly for Stewart across the face of goal. Has it gone in? What a save! That was an outstanding save from Farrell. Well, Grace Stewart, so unselfish, played it across the face of goal, and it was Roberts, I think, that was there. But Farrell, what an outstanding save to deny Roberts. That could be the match-winning save. And Raiders may look back on that moment as the one that they let the game slip. Grace Stewart, so unselfish. But here they come again, and it's played into the path of Stewart. Can she go her own past Farrell? Farrell again off her line well, gets a stick to the ball, concedes the long corner. Well, they said she made some great saves last week, and she has today. Jackie Day gets it into the circle. It's going to ricochet out of play, and it's going to be another long corner. So Raiders will want to come away with another goal, you feel, at the end of this period. They've had plenty of pressure, just have been unable to get the ball past Erica Farrell. Curtin, though, now may catch them on the counter-attack. Good work by Kate Denning, their player coach. And what a pass, unfortunately, wasn't brought under control. And that is the end of that attack for Curtin. Smile on the face of Chantal Chilella. Jackie Day did very well to turn between those two players, and there's a clear stick check from Kate Denning there. Maybe a little bit lucky not to get 2 minutes on the side for that one, because it didn't look like there was a great deal of an attempt to play the ball. Just lost there that time by Stewart, wide on the right-hand side for Raiders, but being a pest and forcing it over the side, so free hit to Curtin. Curtin again go deep in the defensive line. Storer now. Comes up the sideline and it finds Branley. Branley knocks the ball past one, and it's stolen away by Shania Tonkin. Tonkin advances, looking for a great pass into the circle. That was good defence from Branley. Getting into that space, just getting enough touch to deflect it away, and Farrell just lets that one run into the back of her goal because it struck outside the circle. There was no touch inside, so never going to be a goal. Drilled up the middle, slight touch, almost wrong footing Emma Hickey, but she recovered well. Feeds it to Clifford. Clifford looks to go infield to Tonkin. Tonkin showed a bit too much of the ball, and it was very nearly taken away by Sarah Burns. In fact, Burns has been awarded the free hit and gets the pass now from Denning. Goes up the stick into the body, free hit against Zoe Clifford. Raiders players now all back behind the ball as Kate Denning looks for options going forward, and that'll be a long corner. Storer shouting for the ball, eventually gets it. Comes back to Storer again, looks to smash that one into the circle. Collected by Gibbs. Gibbs takes it down into the corner. Gibbs trying to run down the clock, knows there's only seconds left in this period. Gibbs has done well. No one's going to get that offer, and the hooter goes, and that is the end of the third quarter. So Raiders, who really set down their marker right at the beginning of that quarter, went on attack after attack, but were unable to find a second goal. So we go into the final break with the score the same as it was at halftime. Curtin University 2, North Coast Raiders 1. Well, Curtin University, they were rock solid in that last quarter and get a much needed first victory in the season. Just like to thank again a couple of the sponsors, Normandy Foods for pâtés, terrines, preserves and dips, all handcrafted in Western Australia, and Motive Travel, independently owned with 45 years experience in business travel, holiday and leisure travel, as well as sporting events, for their support of this live stream. As the shadows lengthen, Raiders look to get the final 15 minutes underway. Can they find a winner? Whistle goes. And of course they won their opening game, and they want to maintain that unbeaten record going into this shortened season. You feel that wins early on are going to be crucial come the end of the season and working out who's going to be playing in the final series. Curtin, though, determined that they're going to get their first win. Kirsty Denning plays it forward, but Hickey cleans up at the back for Raiders. Squibb intercepts. Day thwarts her momentarily. Squibb still has it, tries to drill that down the middle, but it was well collected, and Dempsey Campbell plays it forward. She was looking for Grace Stewart wide, but just running out of play. Just up in the hill, we can see the Curtin men warming up. They are up next in our live stream against the Old Guildford Mundaring Hockey Club. Just pushed over the side by Annika Schoonens, or Schoonens. Caitlin Nobbs, again drawing the free hit, just playing it into the feet of Grace Stewart. But here come Raiders again, pushed through the gap. Schoonens very nearly getting on the end of the pass there from Anna Roberts. And here come, though, Curtin desperately trying to get forward. Sarah Burns. Squibb battling hard. Burns will get it. No, she won't. That was a very good touch coming in from Brooke Hurst. And again, it's with Sarah Burns. Burns trying to pierce the defence and pick out Squibb, but good work by the Raiders players, and Fortunately for her, she couldn't get that at full stretch. It's been deflected in towards the circle. Help forward now. There's Penny Squibb. Squibb into the goal. Good save initially by Wells, and it's gone in. Well, Penny Squibb, I think, got the goal, or just who got the final touch. I'm pretty sure it was Squibb who's going to get the credit for that one, but it is now 3-1 in favour of Curtin. Wells saving initially. So Squibb with her 4th goal of the season, and the perfect start to the final quarter for Curtin University. Still plenty of time left, and Raiders already on the attack. Nobbs carrying it out of defence. Lovely shimmy from Nobbs. She loses out in the end, but was a little bit unfortunate in my opinion. Kate Denning rather, steals it at the top of the circle, gets a short pass from Nobbs, but plenty of space there. Although the pass is not a good one from Denning this time. In fact, the goal is being credited to Chilela, so my apologies to Chantal Chilela. Wasn't sure whether she got the touch at the far post or whether she didn't, but she did. So Chilela gets her 2nd goal of the season, already on her way to trying to be the leading goal scorer. Penny Squibb just 1 ahead of her now in this, the 2nd game of the season. I just feel that maybe that took the wind out of Raiders a little bit, that 3rd goal, conceding it so quickly at the start of the 4th quarter. Just wonder whether they've got anything left, but Grace Stewart on the ball can conjure something. Stewart into the circle. What a tackle from Blair Beard. That was sensationally timed. And just stumbling on the 23-metre line. Brookhurst was just under hit her pass, unfortunately, for Raiders, and then conceded the foul. So Curtin can slow things down once more. Very much in the box seat now. Beard. And that's going to go all the way forward and harmlessly out of play, but Curtin already, their players running forward to try and get a high press and not allow Raiders to play out from defence. Clifford goes back to Hickey. And the shadow's really beginning to lengthen across the pitch now. And mistrap in the midfield sees Curtin with possession once more. Ball just dropped behind in the end, and Meg Reid, well, she looked to go on the attack again, but the free hit goes against her that time. Meg Reid, a product of the Southwest Academy of Sport, who's produced some wonderful players in recent times. Tonkin getting involved, but Chilela, lovely pass to Kate Denning, and that was off the foot. Well, I thought it was just on the edge of the circle where Annie Gibbs' foot was, so should have been maybe a penalty corner, but it's been given as a long corner. No complaints, though, from Curtin. And, of course, must be taken directly opposite where the ball crossed the baseline. Denning, shot on the turn rather from Chilela, comes back again to Curtin. They didn't clear the ball properly, but unfortunately Kirsty Denning's ball didn't find a teammate. Now there's a chance for Raiders to counter-attack, but that's been pushed too far wide. And with 2 players from Raiders running down the same channel. And obviously Jackie Day was expecting one of them to be a little bit wider. Shanae Tonkin has the ball now, wins a free hit. It's Tonkin and Roberts. Roberts making a good run forward now. Free hit though was taken from the wrong place. Zoe Clifford over the ball for Raiders. drills it forward, but it's cut out well by Chelsea Turner. Turner advances over halfway, pushes the ball forward, looking for Squibb, but it goes to Chilella. Squibb should keep that in play, and she does almost do it, but stopped it going over the side, but couldn't prevent it going over the baseline. So Raiders a little bit lucky there. Just over 7.5 minutes left in this match. Raiders looking for 2 goals, but the play out of defence intercepted. That's great defence again from Hickey, just managing to take the ball away from Chelsea Turner. Turner, though, gets the free hit. Kate Denning comes forward. Denning self passes. Catches Raiders a little bit on the hop. Into the foot it goes. Denning again, wanting to play on, and reverse stick just lifted it dangerously into the circle. So free hit to Raiders. Looking to get on with it quickly was Hickey, but there was no movement up forward, and there were only 2 players really forward for her, and neither was very far forward. And Jackie Day apologises, but it was a tricky one to bring under control. In from Hona Patton, back to Denning. Blair Beard, and you just feel Curtin now beginning to control this match more and more. Raiders trying to apply pressure, but just not getting the connections they were getting, as they're panicking maybe just a little bit. Fortunately played into the foot there. That's a good pass, picking out Patton. Patton stopped by Schoonens. And another pass just behind Chilella, that time coming from Sarah Burns. Burns has been very involved in this last quarter for Curtin. And again, there was nobody in that channel. And so easily picked up by Curtin. Denning's pass, though, not collected. Burns gets it, though. Into the circle she goes, plays it square to the back post. A mishit shot, squeezed by, and Chilella gets her second of the match. No doubt about that one. And you feel that that may well be the sealer for Curtin. The ball wasn't cleared properly. Chilella on hand to just put that one home. So Chilella now with Squibb on 4 goals for the season in this, the second match of the season. Sorry, no, she has 3 goals. Squibb has 3 goals, giving them both an extra one. You just got to look back to that moment in the 42nd minute when it looked as if Raiders were going to get an equaliser. Very unselfish pass from Grace Stewart, square across the face of goal. And at the back post was Anna Roberts, who looked like she was just going to have to push it over the line. But Erica Farrell, who played her first game for 2 years last weekend, pulled off an outstanding save. And I said at the time it may be the difference in this match, because now that's been the platform for Curtin to go on and get 2 more goals and look like they're going to secure a very good victory today against Raiders. Brooke Hurst a little bit unlucky, caught her foot there. And you just wonder, are Curtin going to go in search of a 5th? Denning comes wide now to Patton. Patton put under pressure by Roberts. Patton keeps possession but gives it away in the end to Tonkin. Tonkin to Roberts. It's all very tight there, and Day just took a touch which deflected it straight to Denning. It's back now with Patton. Plays it down the line, and Squibb will collect that for Curtin. Squibb beats one into the circle. Penalty corner 1. So Penny Squibb will probably be the choice, you would think, from the penalty corner, and she may get a chance to wrap this game up for Curtin. So Nobbs makes her way down to the baseline. Blair Beard and Penny Squibb both waiting. Who will it be? Kate Denning doing the stopping. Whistle goes. Beard moves aside. Stopped by Denning. Squibb flicks. Good work again by the runner, who I think was Brooke Hurst, who's taken a pretty painful blow. She is so fast, Brooke Hurst coming out. Originally comes from Harare in Zimbabwe, but Western Australia very much home these days. Brooke Hurst. There she is on the ball again. Like I said earlier in the match, I thought it was Roberts, but it was actually Hurst who came flying out. Scrapping hard, trying to get the ball there was Lund, but had it momentarily, but then had it taken away from her. Denning again. She's put under pressure by Gibbs. Gibbs gets the decision this time. So can Raiders find another goal from somewhere before the final hooter? Gibbs tries to turn, then runs into Blair Beard, gets the free hit, pushes the ball wide. Stewart goes past one. Stewart across the face of goal. Well, was that stick? It must have been. Oh, off the post. Well, how unfortunate is that? That was Tonkin on the reverse stick. Really powerful strike from her. And it ricocheted off the right-hand post. And here's trouble. Chilela facing Wells on a hat-trick. Chilela denied by Wells. Goes in again. And, well, in the end, Ash Wells did really well to make the second save, as Chilela almost hopefully just swung her stick and got the leading edge. Beard. Denning firing it through. Well, that was off the foot. That was very well played, in fact, by Brooke Kenny to win the penalty corner. Curtin's 5th of the match. And we have just over a minute and a half left. So Caitlin Nobbs again strolls down to the baseline. Blair Beard looks as if she is going to be the option this time, as Squibb has just stood off to the left-hand side. Kate Denning still doing the trapping. They might try a variation, you just don't know. But Blair Beard is very dangerous from penalty corners as well. Tasmanian calls WA home. Oh, and they were looking for the variation. Sliding in was Chilela. But it's come off a foot, so it will be another penalty corner for Curtin. Their 6th of the match. Will they try the same thing again? Chilela is out wide on this right-hand side. So too is Brooke Kenny. Slight shift. Comes straight out to Squibb. Saved by Wells. It's only going to go as far as Blair Beard, but she'll let it run over the side. Gets the ball from the ball person. Beard takes a touch. Short pass and a mistrap there. And so it will be a Raiders ball. Tonkin just showed her probably a little bit too much of the ball to Sarah Branley, who then made it difficult, but battling away was Lund. But it is going to be another Curtin free hit as we enter the final minute. Caitlin Nobbs just passes it to Kate Denning. Denning now places the ball. She'll take her time. Goes back to Beard. And diagonal pass was not a bad one. Squibb, I think, just a little bit tired. If that had been in the first minute, she probably would have got that with ease, but thumbs up just the same. Hickey looking to drill that one through the middle. Appeals from both sides that it came off the shins, and Kobe McGurk says it was off the Raiders player, which was Grace Stewart. So another chance now for Curtin to go on one last attack. Slipping, but it's Squibb who's got the ball inside the circle. Squibb appeals for a penalty corner, and it's given. So it's good play again by Sarah Burns, who was slipping as she played the pass into Squibb. But somehow Penny Squibb, with all her experience, managing to win another penalty corner for Curtin as they look to put the icing on the cake. They've sealed a victory here today. The big question is, can they make it 5 and improve their goal difference? After the first round, Melville was sitting top with a +2 goal difference. This would, of course, give Curtin +3 from today, having drawn their opening game. So Beard and Squibb again waiting. Everyone forward now for Curtin. And Squibb misconnection, and that is the final play. Again, good work coming out of defence for Brookhurst, but it was too little too late from Raiders. They just couldn't find the goal when they needed it. So close to making it 2-2. Brilliant save from Erica Farrell was the platform on which Curtin were able to then go on and get 2 more goals, both scored by Chantal Chilela, and that sealed a victory for them. The final score here, Curtin University 4, North Coast Raiders 1.